All right, I got a video for you guys tonight, and it's a 2v1 Hunter x Hunter. We got Gone Freaks and Killua Zoldyck, those two fighting against Uvogin. But here's the thing, they're fighting him during the Yorknew city arc. We're gonna say that they met up instead of meeting Krapika. Uvogin met both of them outside, right? He met both those boys outside. And he decided he wanted to fight those two, right? Because they were there and they were kind of being annoying. Or he just likes to, do his thing. He likes to kill people. Um, but remember, keep in mind that Gone Freaks at the end of Hunter x Hunter and Killua Zoldyck at the end of Hunter x Hunter are not the same. Like, at this point in the series, they were not masters of Nen. They were they barely knew Hatsu and the other prerequisites of Nen at this point in time. So, with that being said, I'm gonna get into it. Strength, that goes to Uvogin. Uvogin has raw physical strength. Lifting power and striking power goes to him. It's he's got them, gapped by a lot. um he's physically the strongest in physical raw strength in the Phantom Troop. Um so yeah, that guy, he has a beaten strength. Now speed, I actually do give it to the boys. They got a little bit of speed on them. Even at this point in time, they were pretty quick. Not as quick as they are later in the series, but still quick enough to dodge some of these attacks, right? Durability wise, I got Uvogin with the durability. Like I said, Hatsu, you know, Ten, Ren, and Kyo, like all these like prerequisites, they don't have their Nen abilities yet. They don't even know what kind of Nen users they are at this point in time during the Yorknew City arc. Durability wise, any type of physical attacks they could throw at him, this guy's a fucking tank, right? They try to use a rocket launcher, try to shoot him with that. Didn't work. You know, it just stung a little bit. The dude's the definition of a tank. So he can also use his because Uvogain's an enhancer. He can use his enhancements to also somewhat enhance his durability. He likes to use it for offensive capabilities more, and you know that if you watch on X. Um, Endurance wise, it also goes to Uvogin. Those boys, again, they're impressive for their age, right? We get that, right? People who love Gone Freaks and Killua. I like Killua in the anime, right? But I'm not a fool. I know that Uvogin has the ability to play the long game. Let's say he's just like, you're just two kids. I'll let you hit me. I'll let you get 2 free hits. And then he's like, ooh, that kind of stung a little bit. And he's still not going all out on him. And I'm telling y'all, he's beating their ass. Um, Intelligence wise, goes to Gon and Killua. They have intelligence. Um, they're able to learn Nen at an incredible rate. So like they'll improve during their fight, but they won't actually awaken their Nen abilities during this fight. You know, and they'll try to come up with a plan to maybe dig a hole or something like that. But I have no idea what the fuck kind of plan they're gonna come up with. Keel is smart. Gon, will listen to him. And Uvogin, he's the type of guy who's like he acts first or he takes action first and asks questions later, right? Experience wise, though, it will get by a lot, right? This guy, he's killed many of people before. He's gonna look at them and just know that they're not shit. You know, and he's probably gonna take it easy on them at first. But then, they're gonna say some shit that pisses him off, and he's just gonna go off on them, right? Close skills go to Uvogin. He likes to, rip through things with his fists, break things with his fists. Yeah, man, he's got better hands than both of those boys combined. Um, at this point in the series, for sure, man. When it comes to range skills, I'll give it to Gon and Killua. Killua has his little yo-yos. Won't help him in this situation. Recovery, Uvogin. Um, doesn't really matter in this fight. That like these characters don't really have abilities to where they can heal themselves, but his little cuts and bruises he'll get from these boys, you know, he ain't worried about that shit. He's not on that. Hacks go to Uvogin. As like I said before, they only had the prerequisites of Nen, and they were, learning those things. They don't even know if they're a transmuter or enhancer, which they become later in the next arc, in the Greed Island arc. That's when they figure out their, Nen, and like awaken as Nen users for real. They ain't even that during Yorknew City. But Uvogin knows he's an enhancer and he's an experienced one at that. Um, boy, hacks go to this man, right? Environment wise, go to Uvogin. I'll say out of these people, he's been in enough areas, as being a Phantom Troop member to know, the kind of layout and other things, what these boys might do. But he's also not really thinking about it again. He's like, he's his mind is thinking like, I want to hold back on these kids. I want to see like what they can do to me first. I'll let them attack me with everything they got because I know they can't, knock me out or do any of that shit. But they might be able to if they like, come up with something. But and that's what he's thinking. He's hoping that they have some kind of, abilities to make him hurt. But I'm telling y'all right now, Uvogin wins this fight, man, mid difficulty. You know, because during Yorknew City, those boys didn't have men like that. Um, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And be cool, call in the corner. Watch Hunter x Hunter. And let me know what you think about this fight in the comments.